Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike. T. Roy's in the house. What up, T?
Hello.
How are you, buddy?
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. Is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's really not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
Nobody
yeah.
likes Mondays.
Yeah.
Nope.
I like your shirt, though.
I like your shirt.
I like your shirt.
That is schnazzy.
Yeah, it looks better on the camera than the white one. The white one doesn't come across as well.
Yeah.
On the camera.
Kind of washes out a little bit.
A little bit, and the white one is gorgeous in person, though.
Yeah,
it
is.
I love the white one.
Mm-hmm. I can't pull off white. I just can't.
Why?
I'm a fucking disaster. I'm a slob. I drop everything on me. I'm a hot mess. I just can't.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I think that's true for most of us.
Maybe. But yeah, I'm just not even going to attempt that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. A lot to get to today. A lot of exciting things going on in the world.
I know. You know, coming off a big weekend, you got a lot of things to catch up on.
Yeah. I did one of those fanning out, and I shared with our very special Patreon members.
Oh yeah.
The titles of stories for today's show.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So they got to.
Oh, they get a little sneak peek.
They got a little sneak peek about what's coming up. Don't guarantee we'll get to all those stories, but that's kind of what we've been kicking around.
And that's the Patreon page, the patreon.com/TDC Podcast that you're referring to.
It's getting easier to say it, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Rolls right off the tongue. Speaking of which, why don't we do some new members?
Sign up. Show your support. Exclusive content you'll love. I guarantee it. There's a tier for everyone.
Yep.
We appreciate all the support so far. Not nearly enough. We need to keep going, keep growing, keep sharing, all that stuff. But it's very exciting.
We do have some new guys. I assume these are all guys, not to assume gender, but based on the names, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Okay.
We have a Brent Glowney.
Brent Glowney?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know that name.
No?
No. Do you know that name?
I do not. Like Glowney?
Gloney?
Glowney?
Glowney?
Glowney.
Clowny?
We're gonna, but not like Jadavion. Glowney.
Yeah,
Clowny
he's
with
just
a
got
G.
that one little line above the. That if you erased it, he'd be a clowny.
Yep. It's just
That
a little
one.
ledge on the end of the bottom of the C.
That little ledge is all it takes, and he goes from a clown
to a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. There's an unholy Kev.
Unholy Kev.
Yes.
I like that.
I think, yep.
Does that mean he's without a mouth hole and a butthole? Is that what he means, or ear holes?
I don't know. I think it might be going straight to hell.
Oh.
Unholy.
Well, I wouldn't rule out that he doesn't have ear holes, butthole, or mouth hole.
He's got to have ear holes if he listens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That might have been the one that was popping off about not getting a thank you yet.
Oh,
I think that
someone's
might
been popping off.
Yeah, there was a somebody popping off about where's my thank you. I'd have to go back and double check, but that seems to ring a bit of a bell.
So it sounds like he is a guy with a mouth hole then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
sounds like he might have a bit of an
asshole
too. So I was going to double check that. I didn't have time. It's a Monday, so I just didn't have the effort. But I almost kicked him down the line. Was going to just keep kicking the can down the line. You want to pop off? You roll those dice. You don't know what's going to happen.
You have to understand that there's a certain number of names that need to be read, and we're doing it. We're just rolling a few at a time.
Exactly.
So we're going to get to you.
Yeah,
I promise.
Exactly.
We're not going to leave anybody out.
We're not going to leave anybody out.
That's the guarantee.
But you start popping off, you might get kicked down the list.
Did you boot him down the list?
I did not. I did not. It crossed my mind when I read the comment.
If you
you will be the last name I read.
So if you were in a different mood, you could have easily kicked that motherfucker down.
If this was not
the
a
road.
Monday and I was a little off today, I would have done a little more research and found out if that was it, and I might have omitted him from today's list.
And if it's not Unholy Kevin, did you say?
Unholy Kev.
Unholy Kev.
I don't want to full name the guy.
Yeah.
That's what he put in there.
Okay.
I know the rest of the name.
Okay.
I won't put it in there. That's where he tagged himself as Unholy Kev. So.
And if he's not the pop-off king, do we owe him an apology?
No, absolutely not. I read his name.
Okay.
That's just, and that's a shot across the bow to anybody else that wants to pop off about their thank yous.
Yeah.
No, we're grateful, but listen, we'll get to you.
Yeah, you got to understand, you can't come sideways at T.
And Travis C. Henson.
Oh, he's going with the. Okay, this is like
Travis C. Hansen. I think I said Henson. I apologize. Hansen.
Travis C. He was important for him to keep the C in there.
Yeah.
That's kind of uppity, isn't it?
Maybe.
Smuggish.
Tad
smuggish.
Reminds me of the what's the black chick from like Empire?
Taraji P. Henson.
P. Henson. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Michael R. Walters.
Any relation in there?
Troy D. Courtney.
Yeah, because I'm all about the D. All right, well, that's it for today.
Okay.
Good enough.
Thank you.
We got a lot of real news to get to.
We do. Patreon.com/TDC Podcast. Please sign up. Show your support. You're going to love the content. We're adding more content every week, promise. Amazon link, DetroitCast.com. Just go to the DetroitCast.com. That's going to move when we get the new page up. But for right now, just click the link, shop as normal. We don't look at your purchases. I couldn't give a shit less what you guys are buying.
You know what you bought.
Yeah, you know what you bought.
Sleep
Some
with
people
that,
were worried
us.
about that. I'm like, I've never even gone on there. I have
we have
no
time
idea.
for that.
No, they automatically send the pennies to
Yeah.
the bank account, and I have no interest,
No.
at all. Walters at DetroitCast.com. Keep your emails coming. They're great. I've got a good stack of email today.
Excellent.
To get to. MyPillow.com. Use promo code TDC. Go in there. The slippers. A lot of you went in over the last couple weeks and bought stuff, and some pretty expensive stuff too, which is really cool.
Excellent.
And
You're
I
gonna
can
love it.
I can look at those purchases because it's not like I'm going to see all the dildos you're buying from MyPillow.
Yeah.
So it's basically I can see someone bought a mattress topper, someone bought a dog bed, someone bought the slippers, and I think he's still giving out his book for free.
Oh, right on.
Which is loaded with stories, good stuff. So, and I also wanted to mention, I meant to mention this last week, but we had Vinny in last week and Tony.
Yeah.
The Sponge Bus Tour 2022
This is coming weekend, right?
Yeah, it's Friday, April 29th. So
This Friday.
This Friday. It's a great time if you've never been.
Yeah, it is.
It's hanging with the band the whole time, them playing in 2 different venues once.
Yeah, they ride the bus with you. And, I mean, like.
Oh yeah, and if you're on the bus with Vin and stuff, he's breaking out the guitar and doing jams in that bus because there's usually multiple buses.
Yeah.
Anyway, seating's limited. I don't know if it's sold out yet or not, but it's check-in 7 o'clock at the Firehouse Pub in St. Clair Shores.
I don't think they sell out. I think they just keep getting more buses.
Maybe.
Sell more tickets, get more buses, man.
Maybe.
The more the merrier.
If you want to go, just you can find it. Seating's limited, but $35. It's a great night.
That is a bargain for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know if we're going to be there. We were there a couple of years ago, and it was an absolute blast. So anyway, I definitely wanted to mention that for Vin and the boys. So
You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well-
Like, no promises.
Yeah. Today
Yes, sir.
is the day.
The day?
The day.
Okay.
It's official.
It official.
It's Elon Musk Day.
Yay.
Oh, it's one of those days when you just want to run onto MSNBC and watch the meltdowns.
Yeah.
You want to go on Twitter
Yeah.
and watch the meltdowns of people. But yeah, if you're,
I wonder what their stock did today.
it went up this morning.
Yeah. But that went before they announced it.
Yeah. It sounds like he's clinched a deal to buy Twitter for $44 billion. It will shift control, the platform to the world's richest man. That usually scares me, when you're talking about
Yeah.
but not with him. And I know
Yeah. It's up almost $3 today already.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's already it's $54.
Yeah.
54.20 is at 51.70 already.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's creeping closer to the buy value. What was it, $45 a share or something a week
like
ago,
that,
a couple
yeah.
weeks ago?
Yep.
He's called for his worst critics to remain on the social media site. Said he wanted them to keep using the platform because that is what free speech means.
Please, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
Yes.
And the amount of fucking people,
Losing their mind.
or they're moving to Canada.
Cry,
it's
Cry room.
Yeah, the cry rooms are hilarious. Keep them coming. I cannot get enough of the memes of the girl with the stupid hat on losing her shit.
Yeah.
Screaming no, and Trump was elected. Like the memes of her, like they've got the Twitter bird with her face.
Awesome.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun to watch.
Well, if you're upset about this,
Ask yourself
why. Take a look in the mirror and ask why. Why does this bother you? Why are you upset by this?
Yeah.
What scares you about this?
No, they won't be able to explain that. No, because to have that argument, look, it's been a reality for years now.
Oh.
You saw the decline. I remember when Twitter started, and I thought the name was the dumbest thing ever. I'm never going to say I'm going to tweet something. And that went through its progression, whatever it was, 2010, 2007, 2011.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the iPhone was 07, so 10 or 11 or something, whatever it was. And you saw it was just like people eked into this world and started like taking a picture of my lunch. Like, here's what I'm having for lunch. And it's gone through these weird things. And then in 15, 16, it turned into kind of a cesspool. And then the censorship started.
Yeah.
And it's just not good for business. It's not good for this country. We're the only country in the world that has freedom of speech. as an absolute. Right. You know, that's what this country has. And I know people are going to say, well, they're a private company, they do everyone, it's about government not throwing you in jail for your speech. Yes, I understand that. But that's the new AT&T. You've heard this argument. I don't need to make it again now. No. This is the town square where the community used to gather in the town
what it was
square.
Built to be intended to be.
Right.
And then it lost its way.
It lost its way big time. So the community used to get together in the town square and debate issues, have an open talk. You're talking about before telephone lines, and you're talking about, you know, a way gone time era. Yeah. But so this is basically that now. We're digitally connected. And so if you start taking away individuals, and I don't care if you agree with it. I mean, Alex Jones, sure, I've heard some of his stuff, laugh at some of it. Some of it seems tinfoil hat goofy.
Yeah.
Some of it, you know, he's paying the price bigly for the Sandy Hook shooting.
Oh, big time.
You know, I mean, he's going to be forced to pay millions and stuff, but I don't ever want those people silenced.
Hey, just keep scrolling. You don't have to scrub it off the site. But you don't have to stop and read it and interact with it either. If you want to, great. If you don't, keep moving.
Yeah.
Easy as that.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais said it best, man, when he's like, it's like walking down the street in town and seeing one of those notes with all the phone numbers at the bottom, like, you know, for guitar lessons, call blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wait a minute. I didn't fucking want guitar lessons. Call him up. Right. I didn't want fucking guitar. It's like, just keep walking, asshole.
Walking. Yep.
Just keep walking. So what are you scared about? If you're that person that's screaming at the fucking into your pillow right now or screaming at this guy, what are you upset about? The idea that you can't just have free reign for one side and ignore the other side, or, you know, the best thing that can come out of this is for him to open source, where we can see who's getting fucking downgraded in the list.
Transparency.
Yes. If you can see, oh, look at all these voices they've been elevating for years. I think that's their big fear. Is not just the fucking banning or, you know, or slowing.
How it's been manipulated all the way around.
All the way around.
Their full algorithm.
Yeah. Take a look at that, and then you can go, oh, here's how you steal elections.
Yep.
This is how you do it.
Let's peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's get back there.
And I wonder how much of that, I wonder how that's going to play out. I know he's going to have control going forward. I wonder how much retroactive control he's going to have when this goes through. You know what I mean? Or how they work the deal.
It sounds like a lot of the negotiation was about what penalties Musk would incur if the deal fell through. So they were working through the night Sunday to the early morning to get this finalized. And open source, big. That's huge. An edit button would be huge on Twitter. He's already said, you know, he's got to gut this board. Gut the board. He said, absolutely. I'm paying board members on the Twitter board $0 going forward. That saves $3 million a year right there. Yep. It's like, cool. Liberals losing their shit is always fun.
Priceless.
I mean, it really
Not
is.
Paying the board $3 million. Buying Twitter $43 billion. $44 billion. Watching the left lose their shit. Priceless.
And Trump back.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be honest.
It's not even just Trump. Like, I don't want that to be a sticking point. Like,
I don't either.
It's all about Trump. No, it's about everybody
Yeah.
that's been wrongfully fucking banned from this thing. It's about just righting the ship. Is what it is. I mean, Trump's part of that. Yeah. But, you know, dude, I don't. That's just a sticking point for the left. That it's just Trump love. No, it's way bigger than that.
Way bigger.
But you would think that collateral damage of that.
Oh, for sure. And to see, you know, if Putin wants to tweet from the Kremlin's official account, he can do that. So, you know, to act like that's okay, or, you know, all the Saudis, you know, princes and stuff, or you know, all the terrorist
ISIS
organizations.
Technically have a Twitter account? I don't know if it's still active or not.
Yeah, but Al-Qaeda might. You know, there's all kinds of miserable people across this globe that have active Twitters. And to act like Donald Trump was the worst thing that could possibly be on the
public enemy number one.
Yeah, it's just absurd. It's absurd. And I know there's a lot of people holding an opinion like that can't be out there. And a lot of the stuff that I was reading that people were concerned about is this just gives white supremacists a chance to run free. And I'm like, okay.
Really?
I guess
Well,
if
that's the narrative they want to push, and that's what they want to tag Trump with.
Yeah.
And everybody to the right is white supremacy. I mean, clearly that's the biggest threat to our democracy these days is the white supremacy, as we all know.
Right.
But it's just reasons for them to cry. I mean, listen, there's enough shitbags, to the far right to balance out all the shitbags to the far left.
Yeah.
10%
on each side.
Let's be real. For every Proud Boy, there's an Antifa. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Mm-hmm. But fair is fair. They have a say.
10 on the left, 10 on the right, and the 80 in the middle are being held hostage.
True.
And they don't like it. But what I'm really interested in is to see behind the scenes what's being shadow banned or not able to monetize versus what's being elevated.
Exactly
because
right.
that algorithm has the ability to elevate people a lot.
Yep.
And I see the same types of opinions pop up like that's the majority opinion, and I don't buy it.
No.
I don't believe it. It doesn't make sense. I don't encounter it in my day-to-day runnings with people at all. Most people are sane and respectful to each other, and there's a far left element that is absolutely being elevated on this platform for some reason. And I don't, it's never made sense to me.
Well, because the other side's just getting squashed and silenced and booted and banned and all that
warned
kind of stuff.
I mean, think about it. We are currently under a 60-day ban from advertising, from doing anything.
I'm back officially.
You are.
Yeah, I can post. I still have my 6-month fucking ban on going live or any of the other stuff, and all my shit moving down in the algorithm and
for
all that.
wearing a Pablo Escobar mugshot t-shirt. Posting a picture.
Did not ever do that. Yes.
Posting a picture of a Pablo Escobar mugshot photo, a very famous. There's posters made of that.
Yep.
I heard they even make T-shirts with that.
I've heard they've made T-shirts. I don't know anything about that, but I heard that they do.
Yeah,
we
heard that too.
Any extra eyes around
but
here.
Think about that.
It's insane. No, it's insane.
It's insane.
There was no hate speech. There was no ill will. There was no threats. There was
Nothing.
not even any context to it.
And we all agree when you talk about hate speech, and this is the thing that's really important about the First Amendment. If you've listened to this show for any amount of time, you've heard us talk about it before. There is no such thing there's no need for protected speech for innocent speech.
Yep.
Right? Like that's the whole trick. Unless you want to eliminate the First Amendment and radically change this country. If that's your ultimate goal, and for a lot of people out there, that is. But, there's no need to protect anything but hate speech. You don't need to protect, hey, good morning, how you doing, friend? Yeah. How was your day today? That doesn't need protecting. Now, at that same time, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Well, absolutely you can yell fire in a crowded theater if there's a fire in a crowded theater.
Right.
You can't if there's not, and you cause a stampede and people get hurt.
You will just get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't.
Yes.
You can.
So it's a fine line, and I've got a story in here today, and our Patreon members will know what I'm talking about, coming up where you see someone's free speech get them in trouble because they break the fucking law with it. Okay? You start threatening and harassing people.
Yep.
That's a different story. Having a different opinion shouldn't make you freak out and scream to the heavens that the world's coming apart because Elon Musk bought Twitter. Okay? That is not the equivalent.
The opposite, in fact.
That is not the equivalent thing.
No.
Right? Someone has a differing opinion than you. It's okay. Ignore them, block them. Yeah. You'll probably never meet them in person anyways.
Keep fucking scrolling.
Keep moving.
Just move along.
Yeah.
Stop stepping on every pile of shit you see, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah. Stop stepping on every pile of shit you see. Yeah. It's like you're actively seeking out piles of shit on the road. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I imagine the meltdown's going to continue forever. I do love seeing the rationing, though, the people getting ratioed to death who are like, I am done working at Twitter if this asshole buys blah, blah, blah. And it's just like,
okay. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. Fuck off. You were the problem to begin with.
Exactly.
Like, no positive comments, which leads you to believe there's probably way more people who are cheering this on today.
Yeah.
And I have liberal friends that are cheering this on too.
I hope so.
That
I mean,
recognize
it's
the
bigger
problem.
than it doesn't have anything to do with Trump.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bums me out when I keep hearing that him put into this equation.
Right.
It's not about Trump. It's bigger than that. And both sides should hopefully see that, understand it, and realize what shithole we were going down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the path that we were on.
And the truth is,
it's all fun and games when you think you're on the right side.
Yeah.
But you don't control it.
Yeah.
You don't know what side that's going to be. You don't know what that message is going to be. And just think about it being divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But, good. Chop half of them off, and then you only got the other half to deal with. Guess who's coming next? You motherfuckers.
You.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Well, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I won't even pretend, or you won't pretend to be an expert on all of this.
Nope. Any of it. I just know that it's a good move.
Yeah. You can just feel it.
Yep.
You know it, and you go, yeah, this could be a little rocky, but this could open up a lot more.
Yeah.
And I
feel
honestly,
like it's being done for the right reasons.
the people going, 1 billionaire shouldn't be able to hijack a fucking social media giant or a media outlet and blah 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 and do whatever they want.
Okay, Bezos.
It's like, okay, Bezos, okay, Zuckerberg, like every one of them is owned by billionaires. I don't care if it's NBC, ABC, CNN, they're all owned by billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of them, from the Washington Post to the New York Times to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
So to act like this is somehow way different because Elon Musk got into the game and he's the only one of all those people we just mentioned or all those companies we just mentioned that gives a shit about free speech. At least he claims.
True.
Is he some villain, super villain? Maybe. I think Bezos is a super villain.
He's turning into
He's
it.
Lex Luthor.
He's getting all yoked and shit too, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. But, he
Could you imagine this is like how like the Marvel shit started? Like he becomes the super villain and Elon becomes Iron Man and they like battle each other in the future.
That's how we get there.
Yep.
It's all coming full circle. Today's fuck around and find out story.
Oh, yes, my favorite segment.
Yeah. This is the T-Roy segment. Fuck around and find out.
I like it.
Ron DeSantis signed into law a bill that strips Walt Disney from being able to govern the land where Disney World theme park is located, and a bill that effectively blocks critical race theory from being pushed in classrooms.
Did he signed that though, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Shocker.
That took no time. That sailed through the House, the Senate, and right onto his desk. And he was like, oh, please. He signed it with multiple markers and then handed the markers out to kids.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, it was great. One of those where they just do like one letter.
Yep.
Here. Time. It's a weird way to
for
autograph.
you. That one's for you.
In reference to the bill ending Disney's special tax privileges, he said, I'm just not comfortable having that type of agenda get special treatment in my state. The bill eliminates the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which exempts Disney from numerous regulations and taxes and fees, which save them tens of millions of dollars every year.
Yeah.
So people are crying. If you, of course, exactly. If you go to Disney World, the reason the roads are pristine and the lawns are manicured with scissors and the flower beds are some of the most spectacular ever is because Disney pays for all that.
Yeah.
And now they don't have this exemption. They're not governing their own little city within a city. That's on the state of Florida to do. And Florida's going to treat that shit the way they treat every public street.
Yeah.
And they're going to we'll get to your fucking weeds when we get to them.
Well, they can still maintain it. They just have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to come out of their...
Start getting potholes all over Disney World.
You don't get potholes down there.
Yeah.
Potholes are a winter creation.
But if they did,
yeah,
it's, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah. Well, be careful who you pop off to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
especially when you don't have a dog in the fight, really.
Yeah. And I don't understand the argument of people going, oh, this is just fear mongering because this isn't being taught in schools anyways. Well, then what do you care? It's a useless law.
Wouldn't matter then.
If it's not being taught and there's no interest in teaching it, why are you so against it? How is it exactly targeting these groups of people, the alphabet community? How?
It's anti-alphabet community.
Right.
Because you're not indoctrinating these kids before the age of 6.
Yeah.
However old they are in 3rd grade.
Personally, I wish they could. I want... if in the next 10 years we could get 30% of kids to cut their dicks off and pluck their little tiny titties out
It
of
would
them.
definitely help our population situation.
Oh my God.
That's the only reason I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my God. It'd be so great.
Yeah. The sooner this nonsense comes to an end, the better.
Yeah.
So whatever it takes to get there.
DeSantis commented on the Stop Woke Act, saying WOKE. I don't know what that's an acronym for, but we are not going to teach our kids to hate this country or hate each other. What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong with that statement. The law, which will go into effect July 1st, prohibits Florida's public schools and private businesses from making people feel uncomfortable or guilty over their race, sex, or national origin. Boy, that's a broad statement.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, which I don't know how much weight there is to a statement like that. It prevents people from, in public schools and private businesses, from making people feel uncomfortable. How people feel is kind of irrelevant.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction. And some of us
really
react well. Some of us scream at the fucking sky
when things overreact.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The bill states teachers would be able to talk about topics like sexism, racism, slavery, racial segregation, but they can't persuade students to a particular point of view. The governor's office noted that the bill also expands instruction of African American history to develop students' understanding of the ramifications of prejudice and racism. Okay?
Yeah, seems right.
DeSantis's office highlighted concepts that constitute unlawful discrimination, that members of one race, color, national origin, or sex are morally superior to members of another race, color, national origin of sex. A person, by virtue of their race or sex, is inherently racist, sexist, or oppressive.
Inherently?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Huh, who knew?
So you can't teach that.
No.
That you can't go into class and be like, all the white kids stand up, you're the oppressors.
Yep.
You can't do that nonsense.
Shame.
Yeah, you can't
shame
make them
on Whitey.
You can't call out a fucking second grader and make him feel shame because he was, born white. A person's moral character or status is privileged or oppressed as determined by race, color, national origin, or sex. Okay, can't do that. A person, by virtue of their race, color, national origin, or sex, should be discriminated against or receive adverse treatment to achieve diversity, equity, or inclusion. Yeah, that equity one is a bullshit.
Isn't it, though?
Oh, that one pisses me off more because it sounds so much like equality.
Yeah, but not
it's
quite.
Yeah, it's equality of outcome.
Yeah.
And if you think about that just for a second, how anti-American that is. Like, the whole thing is, he who works harder gets better shit.
Everybody gets the same in the end, no matter how much effort or work or whatever is put into it.
Right.
Yes.
Regardless of where they came from. The world is not a fair place.
Hey.
It's just not.
I'd love to fucking take my foot off the gas. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Carry me. Carry me.
Your parents were divorced.
Carry me to the fucking finish line. Let's go.
By the fact that your parents got divorced, does that mean I had more privilege than you because my parents were together?
Clearly.
Right?
Oh, yes.
I
come from a broken home, sir.
You're broken home, yeah. Use it.
I
T.
am.
Use it.
Underprivileged.
Yeah. I mean, I had more privilege than you in that respect.
Clearly.
Some kids, their parents can't pay the fucking heating bill and they're colder in the fucking winter. Maybe people go through struggles. Nobody starts from the same place. Literally nobody. We all have some level.
We all start in a vagine.
We all start in a vagine, but we all have some level of privilege over someone, and somebody has to be at the bottom. And some people are at the top. Some people are fucking born into royalty. Some people are born to billionaire parents.
But that's the problem, Michael.
Yeah.
That's not equity.
Okay. Well, you're never getting that. So
sorry. Good luck knocking the royalty down to the middle pegs to bring the bottoms up.
Well, one way to really bring people up is education.
Don't say by the bootstraps.
No. By the what years? Jesus.
Whoa.
Racist.
I said don't say.
Yeah. No, but there are ways to bring people up, not by the bootstraps, but by teaching them shit that will work. I would encourage kids to go to a trade.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going into engineering, sciences, to be a doctor or a lawyer, there's no need to go to college.
No, I was astounded to find out what it actually is going. I mean, somebody I know, I won't say who, whatever, that's getting ready to go to college.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriend?
Just got...
girlfriend of yours?
No, well, it's just somebody I know. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to... But anyways, got approved for... Got... fucking
money.
Yeah, but not a grant, but scholarship. Excuse me.
Yeah.
For $100 and by the time it's all said and done, it's like $160,000, I think. And apparently that does not cover 4 years of fucking college.
Oh no.
I was thinking it was like 25 grand a year.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
No.
You know, thank God
it's going to cost you $250,000.
Fucking insane. That's what I was like, how does that not handle it? They're like, we're still going to have to pay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
a lot too.
oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So trades,
Yeah.
you know,
Where you don't go into $250,000 debt, which is a shitload of money
Yeah,
for
it
what
is.
most of you are going to do. Like 99% of people in this country are going to be middle of the road. They're going to make between $50,000 and $150,000 a year.
yeah, they're going to be paying that off until they're 50,
Forever.
60s, forever.
And you can't go back. You can't declare bankruptcy on those.
Nope.
Period.
Well, don't worry. Before that's going to be Joe's fucking Hail Mary before the next one.
You think?
Reelect me and I'll eliminate student debt.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
I know, but that's, you know,
It doesn't make sense to me on any fucking
it certainly doesn't. It doesn't mean he'll even do it, but it might buy him 4 more years.
What do they call that where the universities
Ignorance?
have all that money? They're fuck. I knew I was going to screw this up, but they're whatever. Where their donors give them money all the time every year, and it's held. And some of them have $40 billion in
Whatever that is.
whatever that is. I can't remember. Pay that shit off with that money.
Yeah.
Why would you come to us? I don't have anything to do with it.
Nope.
Leave me out of the game, man.
Yeah.
I didn't go to your fucking university.
I went to school.
And
it was paid when I went, and I don't have any debts.
You're out.
Right? Why should I
My
pay
credits
for
were
anything
paid
else?
for. The handful of credits I took in college were paid for then. You want to take out $750,000 or $250,000 in fucking loans?
Yep.
That's on you. And the fact is, the vast majority of that come from high-earning families. Those are the kids that are going on to college.
Yeah.
So well-to-do, above the norm and average, those are the entitled pricks that we're supposed to be worried about. Their student loans.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Fuck out of here. But there is a way to fix it, though. If you do a trade, if you get some education, and at least I'd like to see, like this Utah college, Westminster College in Salt Lake City, this is how you pull your population up.
Okay.
They're planning to offer a course studying hardcore porn.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. And
I
this
feel
is
like
where?
I already took this class.
Wait, this is where?
Westminster College in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Exactly. What the fuck?
It's a small liberal arts college.
Holy shit, that's like the Mormon capital of the world, Salt Lake City, though.
Dude, I would do better in this class than we did in our volleyball class in college.
True. That is true.
You know what I mean? That's like, Troy, we're offering you and Mike a scholarship to play euchre. Yeah, okay.
I'm in.
I'm in. We got our signals down. We got everything. We're good. We can jump right in there.
Yeah, tell me more about this class.
So it's the May-summer term class, Gender 3000-porn. Hardcore porn is as American as apple pie.
Isn't it, though?
Is it? 4th of July, the family gets together, hot dogs, apple pie, and porn.
Throw an old porn, yeah.
Is that what we do?
Yep.
We throw an oldie but a goodie in the DVD player.
We're getting there. You know, the OnlyFans and everything, you never know.
I mean, yeah, when I think of fireworks, the American flag, apple pie,
Bukkake.
baseball,
Just rolls right in there.
cum dumpsters. Yeah, it's
exactly
what I think. Yeah, it's as American as apple pie.
Yep.
And it's more popular than Sunday Night Football. Our approach to this billion-dollar industry is as both a cultural phenom that reflects and reinforces sexual inequalities.
There we
There
go.
we go. All right. You're saying all the magic words.
Therein lies the rub.
But holds the potential to challenge sexual and gender norms. And as an art form that requires serious contemplation, we will watch pornographic films together and discuss the sexualization of race, class, and gender as an experimental, radical art form.
Okie dokie.
Okay. What the fuck? I'm sure you can find tranny porn out there.
If I finish in like the first couple minutes of class, can I leave?
Yeah.
Am I done? Was that not the assignment?
Yeah, you know when they give you the test and you fill it out, the first one you turn it in, you're just like all the dots are filled out.
Yep,
It's
it's just
you can
covered.
go. You just sit there and cum all over the fucking bench in front of you and just go,
Done.
I'm out. See you guys next week for
Go get a
class.
coffee.
Yeah.
Anybody want anything?
Oh my God. Some publications were reporting that the class had been removed amid controversy, but Westminster College, their chief marketing officer, Sheila Rapazzo Yorkin, shared a statement with a local ABC affiliate confirming the class was still part of the college online roster.
Good for them.
Westminster College occasionally offers elective courses like this as an opportunity to analyze social issues. As part of this analysis, Westminster and universities across the country often examine potentially offensive topics like porn to further understand their pervasiveness and impact. Descriptions of these courses, while alarming to some, help students decide if they wish to engage in serious investigation of controversial subjects. This course will help students learn how to think critically about the influence of digital media culture. You can have discussions about porn, the history of porn,
Without sitting there watching
fucking porn
class
together.
Right?
Like,
Just be looking around to see which chicks are into what.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Squirming in their seat a little bit.
She's rubbing her crap. How many fucking hard dicks are going to be in that class? You got a student body 15 or 500 to a classroom,
Yep.
and like 40% of them are rock fucking
You got to
hard.
stand
the
up
whole
to
time.
address the class.
Yeah,
No, thanks.
I'm good.
I'll sit this one out.
Stay here. How many, the testosterone alone, the hormones at that
Right.
age
Yeah.
of kids, it's like, we're going for a world record. Most boners in a room.
Right?
That's what we're doing.
And then you're going to walk out of there just fucking fired up.
Oh, my God.
Just fired up.
If you didn't fire a load into your pants, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to look to tackle the first
Right?
fucking.
I wonder if you could get all done with like, and soup, like, get like blue balls. If you never get all worked up every day in class and never knock one out.
Yep. And if you did knock one out, I'm telling you, you're going to tackle the first fucking girl you see in, in the quad. You know, first wounded looking fucking limping deer. You're going to pounce on that
Right?
thing.
Depending on what genre you watched.
Yeah.
You're going to pray. Watch a little Asian porn today.
Yep.
Oh, there's one.
I see what they're capable of. I just watched it. I just learned it in my college course.
They are sideways.
Westminster is a private liberal arts college dedicated to offering students life and career readiness education.
Is that it?
Yeah, if they're going into the porn industry, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a good head start.
Yeah. You know, nothing like normalizing it, so more of them go into that industry.
Sure.
Through programs that challenge, provide diverse perspectives, and develop critical thinking skills. She also, the course is not intended for students to watch porn, giggle, and go home.
No? Well, that's going to be a side effect, I believe. It may not be the intention, but it's going to be the result.
Oh, that road to hell.
I know.
You know, I mean, the good intentions, I believe this moron believes that.
Yeah.
But I promise you.
It's not going to go well. What are you really going to get out of this class? Besides blue balls.
Yeah. Dude,
And
go
some
on.
sexual harassment cases.
Listen, I'm a master of this, okay? If you go to YouPorn for a week, you basically have a master's degree in porn.
Sure.
You can navigate, you know what you're into,
Yep.
what you're not into. If you want to see someone put a toilet seat on their fucking head and just fucking gag on it, fucking gag on it, porn.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
there.
find that.
It's there.
It's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking mascara screaming down the face.
Oh, isn't that such a good look? Such a good look.
And the toilet seat like a necklace.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most degrading.
It's a badge of honor.
It's a master's class.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a master's class. And
I mean, this is a $1 billion a year industry, basically. I don't know what
Yeah.
the numbers are, but it's hundreds of millions at least.
Yeah.
It probably is billions of dollars. But so I don't know. I mean, it's usually just failed actors and actresses.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And people that can't get real jobs and cameramen and you know shit like that are cutting their chops to make their
Suck
way.
dicks.
You know, exactly. Or paying the bills.
Yeah.
But I guess you could make it into a desirable career choice if you chose to.
I don't think it's that desirable. I think most of them burn out really fast.
I would think so.
I watched the Girls Gone Wild. It's called Rich and Shameless. I believe it's on
the documentary
TNT.
on it? Yeah.
And they had a 2-hour documentary on Joe Francis, Girls Gone Wild. And boy, it is just startling to see the girls like, wow,
Just
17, 18.
Can't wait to show them off.
18, 19, 20 years old,
Yeah.
and you just see the perfection that is the human body.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 25 years.
Oh, yeah. See, that's show them
And
off
they're
then,
doing-
kids, because that's as good as they're ever going to be.
Yeah. And you see them now at 45,
Yeah.
and it's not even the same human being.
Right.
It's like looking at me when I was fucking 16 and looking at me now.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, you poor thing. It's
Life is hard.
I've been degraded by Girls Gone Wild. There's just fucking tattoos and fucking gut hanging out and floppy titties. And it's like, when I was on the cover box of Girls Gone Wild, I was shamed and it ruined me. And you're like, at least someone captured the highlight of your fucking life, man.
Right?
Right? This is the highlight of your existence. You are embarrassing right now.
You should put that on your fucking mantle. Frame that. I used to be hot.
Proof.
Yeah.
I used to be smoking hot. Right there on the fucking box cover, bitch.
Look at them titties. Look at them titties.
Look
how
at
good
that
they
tan.
were.
Look at the beach behind me.
Look at them now.
Look at these fucking sand-filled socks.
I wonder if Joe Francis wants to film these now.
No. You captured the most perfect time of your life. You
Yeah.
should be proud of it.
Yep.
Now the raping part's back.
Yeah, damn. I mean,
you know.
nobody's on board for the rapings.
No. And
But-
the Yellens.
Like, like I said,
I'm not on board for that. But
see these chicks just whipping their titties out all the time.
yeah.
That's just good old-fashioned alcohol. That's all that is.
That's all
That's
it
liquid
is.
courage.
Yeah.
And great tits. Can't wait to show them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
know. They know.
They know.
They
the
know.
girls all know.
Fuck yeah, they know.
And,
See the ones when they like whip them out and they were like not a great set, and you're like,
stop
it,
Just-
stop.
just-
You're embarrassing
Yeah,
yourself.
there was
Put it-
one. There
put
was
it back. Come on.
There was,
Fuck.
there was one in the bar.
Like needle off the record.
Yeah. There was one in the bar. She was big, and it was
Yeah.
one of those like wide titties.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, yeah. She's like, "Rank." And the guy's like, nice. Like, not nice.
Fade to black.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
yes, sir.
insurance. Yeah, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. But fellow listener, TDC listener, Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance, just change all that. Why can't I read today?
I don't know.
It's Monday. Brent has over 30 years in the business, holy shit, and offers all type of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900 and get a free no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasick at Wasick Insurance. I'm going to have to actually read these things. I can't just keep grazing by them, apparently.
Huh?
You're
doing great.
Might have to do one of the glasses for these.
Yeah.
Go back
You've
to
pulled them
it.
out before.
I have.
A Texas woman, she was arrested for drunkenly crashing her car. Dolce Ortiz.
Dolce is her name?
Dolce, yeah. She's 21. Crashed in Houston on Wednesday. Witnesses said they saw the woman hit the curb, plows into a flower bed, and then hits a nearby sign for taking off on foot.
Okay.
A witness saw a man come to the scene a few minutes later and attempted to take responsibility for the crime.
Smart.
Before Ortiz returned to the scene. So this must have been a guy she knows. It's like,
Yeah,
get
hey,
over here.
yep.
I need you to act like you just went off the road, but you're sober.
Yep.
She
Nice
displayed,
job. Way to try and take one for the team.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
She displayed several signs of intoxication. She would later be charged with bribery after offering sexual favors and cash to the deputy in exchange for being let go as he drove her to the jail.
Oh, well, she must not be very hot then.
Well,
See, I would think yes, but if you can get a guy to come running over there to try and take it for you, you got to be decent. And she went to jail?
yeah, which I think is a crime in itself.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
she ran into a gay cop. What are you gonna do?
clearly,
What are you
exactly.
gonna do?
I was going to say that clearly that guy likes the duck.
We don't know how this picture expands of
No,
her. You know
but
what I mean?
I think
It
you
could
get a-
go either way.
Yeah, I don't think it's offensive. It's not bad looking.
I mean, that should be a legitimate way to get out of trouble with cops.
I don't see why not.
You know what I mean?
We had this talk about the rent, right?
Yeah.
It should be a bartering system.
Sure.
It should be a form of payment.
Yeah. If I offer you a water bottle and 10 blowjobs a month
Yeah.
for rent,
That's currency.
a fucking landlord should be able to go, excuse me, a property owner. You can't say landlord anymore. We'll get to
boy.
that story later. I didn't
Okay.
realize I was so
Oof.
racist in saying
Jeez
that.
Louise.
But yeah, if I work something out, I got some hot, not landlord,
Property owner.
property owner, and it's like, look, I'll go down on you once a week for the
Yeah.
foreseeable future. And
It's
she
up to
goes,
them to accept the
Yeah,
offer. Just
those are
like
the
if
terms.
it's offered to you, it's up to you to accept that offer.
Cops have some discretion.
I would
They
think
can
so.
give warnings, right?
absolutely right.
So So if there's something you have that you can offer them.
You know what the whole problem with this is? Fucking body cams.
Yeah. Should be able to turn those things off.
Should be.
Yeah.
Well, and then
Unless you want to film that. That'd be a great
then
POV.
You get to all the killings.
If you get to that POV, though. And
problem is, every time you turn one of those off, a black guy dies.
Yeah. But if you could get some with a body cam and she's just going to town on you.
Yeah, that's a good POV.
That's a great POV.
There you go. Nice.
I don't know if you people can see that. Why don't you hold that up to the camera?
Let's see if I can get up there a little bit.
Maybe people can comment. Maybe people can comment.
See?
Yeah. You know the world.
I mean, it's a legitimate offer. That's all I'm saying.
It appears to be.
Yep.
And,
body cams ruin this whole thing.
I think, hey, man, we're all trying to get through this life in one piece
Yeah,
as
exactly
much as
right.
we can.
She made a mistake. Does her life need to be ruined for, eternity? Does she have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars?
No.
Have a felony on her record?
No. With one cock mouthwash.
Yeah.
She could have walked from all this.
I don't know one.
Well,
I mean, start there.
I mean, she was offered
hefty-
it too. It's not like he asked and she
That's
was like,
true.
oh, I felt pressure. She offered.
I can't believe they tacked a bribery charge on for it.
She's shit-faced in the back of the cop car.
Right? Wake up and go, bribery?
What?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, did I actually ask? Oh, God, I asked if you wanted me to blow you. To let me
Yeah.
know. Oh, God. You're really going to throw that on top? Really? Fucking asshole. You couldn't tell I was shit-faced?
Yeah.
People make dumb decisions when they're shit-faced. That was
Obviously,
mine. You didn't
right?
take me up on it. Why you got to fucking rub my...
My first one was running off the road.
Yeah.
What'd she come back for?
I don't
Thought the guy was there, and then it was going to be all cool, and that he was
Maybe.
going to take the fall, and then some Karen was like, I saw her. She ran off, the floozy. Should have gone over and tried to munch that box. Probably
Yeah.
could have got off.
Maybe.
See, that's the problem. You
Hey.
just bribed the wrong person here.
We're all loaded with different weapons on our systems.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
All of us have something
Yeah.
we can barter,
Exactly right.
Isis can give great hand jobs.
Sure.
You can offer deep dick
Yeah.
to any lady out there.
Yeah, I can blow the back out.
Yeah. And girls like this, girls gone wild age girls.
Sure.
I mean, they have a lot to offer, especially if you're an older cop.
Yeah. I want that cop investigated immediately.
Yeah. Find out who his husband is.
Something's
Let's start
going
there.
on there, yeah.
Start there.
Something doesn't smell right.
Now, here's where free speech takes a turn.
Okay.
Okay? All for free speech. Let all the voices be heard. I want to hear every crazy batshit thing that comes out of a liberal's mouth. Bring it on. It's the only way we're going to debate anything, make any ground anywhere. If you're worried the whole world's going to end because Trump goes on Twitter, you're an insane person.
Yep.
Okay? You just are. But there are rules that come with that. Now, we got a California man. It's a little weird. And see, you'd think they're all liberal lunatics out there, but
Not all.
he threatened to bomb Merriam-Webster's headquarters over the dictionary definition of the word female as a gender identity that is the opposite of male.
That's their really?
Yeah, they changed it. Jeremy Hansen of Rossmore, California, faces a federal charge of interstate communications, threat to violence. His antics forced the firm to close for 5 days.
Oh, wow.
He can now face up to 5 years and $250,000, 5 years in prison, that is, and is said to have been upset over the firm's definitions of the words girl and woman. Woman is defined as by the site as an adult female person, while a girl is described as a female child from birth to adulthood, or a person whose gender identity is female.
Okay.
In October of 21, Hansen sent threatening messages to their headquarters over specific gender identity definitions through the site's contact page, as well as in the comment section for various words. So he used the handle @anonymous to write on the page for the word female. It is absolutely sickening that Merriam-Webster now tells blatant lies and promotes anti-science propaganda. There's no such thing as a gender identity. The imbecile who wrote this story should be hunted down and shot.
Yeah. See, now you're
see,
crossing those lines.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion, but now you're threatening bodily harm.
But that one should be hunted down and shot, not by me.
Well, you're potentially inciting violence or asking someone else to do it for you. So you're inciting violence.
You're on the verge there.
Yes,
He's going to get worse, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's also accused of sending the following message to the Contact Us page. Your headquarters, what'd you do? You dropped the cap.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
telling you, dude.
it happens. It's Monday. What are you
know.
going to do? Your headquarters should be shot up and bombed.
Oh, boy.
It is sickening that you have caved to the cultural, Marxist, anti-science tranny agenda and altered the definition of female as part of the left's effort to corrupt and
Can't believe
degrade.
he said tranny.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The-
That's his biggest crime right there.
To corrupt and damage the English language or degrade the English language and deny reality. You evil Marxists should all be killed. It would be poetic justice to have someone storm your offices and shoot up the place, leaving none of you commies alive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit
Crossing the line.
Yeah.
Telling you though, man,
But he's not saying he's going to do it.
it doesn't matter.
I know. I know.
He's crossed the line, but this doesn't shock me.
No.
There are many, many moments where I feel absolute fucking rage towards some of the stories I read.
Yep.
Where it's like, you motherfuckers are trying to destroy my country.
Yep.
Like, you feel it, I feel it, a lot of us feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take someone you don't have to go too far down the line before you get someone that's already worked up, reads enough of these stories and goes,
Yeah.
I'm going in, boys. I'm going in.
That's it.
You know, the Bernie Sanders and Rachel Maddow supporter who went to the fucking baseball diamond in D.C.
yeah, right.
and shot the House whip in the hip,
Yeah.
Steve Scalise. That guy, was radicalized by watching MSNBC night after night. Rachel Maddow
All
telling him,
ginned up. Yep.
all ginned up, and the fucking guy went, fucking, I'm going in, and went to the Republican practice field and started mowing people down. That's what you're doing when you're ginning
Exactly.
people up like this. You're shaking the fucking jar.
Yep.
The ants start fighting. You start all of a sudden after 150 years change the definition of female to some wacko fucking definition of female that doesn't make any sense.
Because we didn't know. We were ignorant in the
Right.
past, Michael.
No, we weren't.
We didn't have the science we have now.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to see that science. Show me that science. Show anybody that science.
Yeah.
Show me one quack doctor who can show you that science. You can't. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And people know it, and they're offended by it. They're pissed.
I saw one of those, the memes of, change my mind or whatever. And it said, identify as is the same as I pretend to be. Change my mind. It's a fucking great point.
That's a fucking,
I
that's
pretend
funny.
to be. It's
That's
the
funny.
same thing. I pretend to be.
That's funny. On October 8th, 21, Hansen sent another message to the contact page saying he wanted to bomb your offices for lying and creating fake ... News, I'm assuming. The dictionary company sparked anger online last year after defining trans woman as a woman assigned male at birth. Critics said the definition was nonsensical and that it kowtowed to woke pressure, but it is unclear exactly which definition first angered Hansen, probably all of them.
Yeah, I don't think it can necessarily point to one.
Yeah,
But,
this is someone who's been worked up over
yeah.
many years now.
Based on the tranny comment, I'm thinking that one got him worked
Well-
up pretty good.
He took issue with ACLU,
Okay.
which I totally get, American Civil Liberties Union, who's completely 180'd from what they originally
Yeah.
were all about.
True.
Completely. Amnesty International, Land O'Lakes, Hasbro, IGN Entertainment. These are all the ones he took issue with and wrote shitty things to.
Okay.
The president of the University of North Texas, 2 professors at Loyola Marymount, and a New York City rabbi. He also sent a threat to USA Today over naming Rick Levine. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Damn it. Sorry. Honest mistake.
Rachel. It's
Just
Rachel
a
now.
lady running the I'm the Assistant Secretary of Health and Human Services, Rachel Levine.
Naming that one of their Women of the Year, which is still. Hansen wrote he would shoot up and bomb their offices and then assassinate Levine, whom he called a freak. He's all in.
yeah, he is.
He's all
He
in.
is. And he's out of, he's out of fucking pocket right there. He's,
Yeah. He's one step from the baseball diamond.
yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah. Another of his complaints was sent to Land O'Lakes over the removal of a depiction of the Native American woman from its packaging, which he called a cultural Marxist company that bows to political correctness. You know what his real problem with this was?
What?
Well, we all remember the Land O'Lakes Indian woman.
Yeah.
And we could cut out her knees.
Oh, I never did this one.
Oh, and make them her titties.
I didn't know.
And she looks like she's got a killer pair of titties.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Never done
Dude.
this.
Google Land O'Lakes.
Okay, keep going. I'll get her.
Yeah. Find it. Dude, I used to cut the fucking, because she was sitting like
Land O'Lakes titties.
Like this. She was sitting not
Yeah, like,
Indian style.
Whoa, you can't say that.
I mean, not crisscross applesauce style. But you could
oh, no way.
let me see.
Like that? Is that right? Is that real?
Yeah.
Okay.
So her knees, you would just cut the knees out.
Yeah,
post
and
them
put
over
them right there?
Yeah. You never did that?
No, absolutely not.
I think that's what this guy's real problem is because you
right.
remove her, you can't do the fucking.
Yeah,
and
no
dude,
shit. Wow.
That's a time-honored tradition. I'm shocked you've never done that.
I have not. That is amazing. Yeah.
Cut the holes to make her knees tits.
Yep. I see it.
It's awesome.
I definitely see it.
So he was pissed
there you
about
go.
that.
There's the fold up maneuver.
Yeah.
That's the without actually cutting them out and relocating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They look great, don't they?
They do. That's not a bad set.
Yeah. He also once emailed IGN, the gaming website, decrying their positive review for Superman coming out as bisexual, and Hasbro for dropping Mr. from Mr. Potato Head.
Oh.
He threatened to bomb both companies. Hate-filled threats and intimidations have no place in our society, said the United States Attorney Rachel Rollins. We believe Hansen sent a multitude of anonymous, threatening, despicable messages related to the alphabet community and were intended to evoke fear and division. My office and our law enforcement partners will not tolerate threats against members of our community, no matter what corner of the internet they're sent from. Perpetrators will be identified, arrested, and held accountable in federal court, as long as they're conservative, although this can carry on with threats. Because equity.
Equity.
Right?
Yeah. No, but see, there's a right and a wrong way to do things. And this guy is doing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
There's fucking repercussions.
Maybe he tried it all the other ways and nobody listened.
Maybe.
And at some point he's just like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm going in. I'm coming in hot.
I'm getting closer and closer every day. You know?
Yeah.
I understand it.
Yeah.
You just lose your shit at some point, man.
Yeah.
What's the never mind. Moving on.
Long Island man arrested after he shot a 15-year-old boy who knocked on his door as part of a ding-dong ditch prank with friends during a sleepover.
Oh, well, we could have put this into the fuck around and find out category.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that game used to have a different name.
Ding Dong Ditch?
Yeah.
Ring and Run?
No.
No? Not sure what you mean.
Something knock.
No.
You don't remember that one?
No idea.
I don't know when you grew up.
I know what you're talking about.
I feel like at some point maybe it had a different name.
Maybe.
Just escapes me right now.
Okay.
So James Southold, 64, was charged with assault and recklessly injuring a child with a deadly weapon after firing a shotgun at the teen. This does fall into the fuck around and find
Or
out.
play
category.
stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
It can go either way on this one.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
The boy had to be airlifted to a local hospital where he's being observed, but he's expected to recover.
Okay.
The incident began on Thursday night when a group of 7 teens gathered at a nearby house for a sleepover birthday party. During the night, they got bored, as teens will do, decided to play Ding Dong Ditch.
I mean, who hasn't done that?
Yeah.
I did it. I was professional at it.
Yeah. A game where children ring someone's doorbell and run away before someone comes to the door. I played a very similar game.
Yeah?
It wasn't called Ding Dong Ditch, though.
No?
No.
Not sure what you mean.
Yeah.
Was it the flaming turd in the bag?
No.
On the porch?
It was almost like the rules of engagement.
It's the same
in
thing?
Ding Dong Ditch are exact.
Not ring and run.
Not ring and run. No.
Huh.
It had a different name entirely. It just
I can't think of what you would possibly be talking about.
can't remember. But anyway, but it's basically the same game as
Okay.
Ding
Sure.
Dong Ditch.
Sure.
We had several kids that were running around the neighborhood, knocking on doors and running away. One of the residents felt somebody was trying to get into the house, felt threatened, felt frightened, and woke up the male occupant of the house, who went to the back doors just like, shh, shh.
Yeah. Maybe that's what this guy thought they were playing. Your game.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
After knocking on the door 3 times, the homeowner fired his shotgun through the glass and shot the kid in the upper arm.
Well.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely.
The teen ran back to his friends, scarred, bleeding, saying he thought he'd been hit with a grenade. Marshall was charged with assault and recklessly injuring a child. He was released on $20,000 bail, expected back in court next week. While the boy is expected to be okay, police warned kids to be smart. Sometimes what we think are harmless pranks turn into major incidents.
Yeah. Absolutely right. You never know who's behind that door.
Yeah.
You know.
And it sounds like you failed at this game.
Clearly.
You're supposed to be out of sight by the time they get to the fucking door.
Well, yeah.
And then you laugh at them.
3 times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. They
You
suck
fucked
at this
around.
game. Yeah.
And you found out.
You sure did.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Hey,
Yes, sir.
this is my favorite part of the show.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, because this part of the show is brought to you by Janet Davis Cleaners on
Yeah.
Woodward and Berkeley. It's family owned since 1938. They offer free pickup and delivery. And they only use the best environmentally friendly cleaning methods, meaning it's guaranteed odor free.
Love it.
Yeah, intact button guarantees. No broken buttons, brother.
Yeah.
This is a full service dry cleaners, full service, casual clothes, work clothes, wedding gowns, as well as sheets, comforters, duvet covers, tablecloths, and more. Visit janetdaviscleaners.com or call them at 248-543-0340. Mention TDC, get $20 off your first home pickup for new customers only.
Yeah. And they were Mike Clark's cleaners, Mike and Trish, for years, decades, 20 years plus. I'm sure they've got some great Clark stories because
Sure.
they would drop off and pick up, and the Clarks are super friendly.
Oh, yeah,
So that, you know, Mike probably gave these guys some great stories they could probably tell.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So please call them. That, you know, these companies that are supporting us,
Yeah.
you know, we gotta support
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah, let's make it worth their while.
This is the community we need. We need Patreon members. We need people to support these businesses.
Yep.
You all know that cleaners. I can see the sign in my head.
Oh, yeah,
Every time you
definitely.
start to do the read.
Yep.
Been there forever, family owned. And you know, listeners. So that's
That's all you can hope for.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why give your money to anybody else?
Exactly.
You know you need dry cleaning.
Yeah.
People out there get dry cleaning all the time.
And if they'll pick up and drop off for free,
And why wouldn't you? I
are you
don't know.
doing?
I don't know if it's for free, but
Oh.
I'm sure there's a bit of a fee. But
Yeah.
your time is worth money.
Yeah.
And that service is worth, something. But
yeah.
why would you give your money to anybody else? Give it to a monster.
Yeah. Perfect.
Exactly.
What do you think of the word marijuana?
I'm a fan.
You are?
Yep.
I knew you were a fucking racist.
Yeah.
I knew it.
What? How could I possibly be racist?
Well, Democrats in Washington
Is
State.
it with the J or with the H?
J.
Okay. Because there's a marijuana.
Yeah.
That's how Michigan does it in their paperwork.
Really?
Yeah, with an H.
Why?
I thought it was a typo the first time I saw it. I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference between marijuana and marijuana. But yeah, my license was with marijuana.
Really? Democrats in Washington State are cracking down on
Juana.
Not the actual drug, the word itself. The state legislature recently passed a bill banning the word marijuana from official state law and documents over concerns that it is, in fact, racist.
What in the fuck are you going to call it instead? Pot? Weed? Dope? Grass?
Isn't that all racist, too?
I don't know. It's the name of the plant. It's
Yeah.
marijuana.
Marijuana. At the same time, to help increase diversity in the cannabis business, cannabis business,
Are they going to call it cannabis? Is that what it's going to go? Just go by cannabis, not
cannabis,
marijuana?
because then you don't hurt the feelings of anybody involved. If you call it cannabis. So what they're going to do, they're going to increase diversity in the cannabis business. A taxpayer-funded task force
Oh, goody.
has been spending the last 2 years focusing on helping minorities in Washington State break into the marijuana business. Wait, I thought we couldn't say marijuana.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
The term marijuana itself is a pejorative and racist, State Rep Melanie Morgan said. She's a looker, too. You might want to look her up. Cute.
I'm sure.
Looks like a blast to hang out with, too. As recreational marijuana use has become popular, it was negatively associated with Mexican immigrants. Even though it seems simple because it's just one word, the reality is we're dealing with the wrongs that were committed against black and brown people around cannabis. What about every white kid that got popped with a fucking bag of weed?
My basic Google search came up with, generally there is no difference between marijuana and cannabis, and the two terms are often used to describe the exact same thing. Cannabis describes cannabis products in general. Marijuana specifically refers to the cannabis products that are made from the dried flowers, leaves, stems, and seeds of the cannabis plant.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where that dictionary came from, but expect that to change next week.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
It certainly isn't Merriam-Webster.
That's a sexist-ass plant, too.
What?
Yes, dude.
What?
Only the females can give you good buds.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexism rampant in the fucking flower business.
Well, you have an option. You can do the female, you can do the male. I'm going to choose to do the female.
Me too, but
Oh.
it's discriminatory.
Sexist.
But you act like the fucking males give you shit.
I kill them. I fucking rip them
I
out of the
know you
ground
do.
and chuck them in the fucking field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants that.
Democrat Governor Jay Inslee signed the bill into law in March, and it will go into effect in June. Morgan also cited that Harry Anslinger, I love when they do this, Harry Anslinger, the first commissioner of the Federal Bureau of Narcotics, which became the DEA, played a big role in the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937.
Relevant today.
Which banned selling or possessing weed. It was Anslinger that said, and I quote, marijuana is the most violent causing drug in the history of mankind, and most marijuana users are Negroes, Hispanic, Caribbean, and entertainers. Their satanic music, jazz, and swing result from marijuana usage.
Thank God. Could you imagine if we never got that influence in our music?
Yeah.
How shitty it would be?
Right?
Oh, my God.
What, you have to go back to do you know the world was a different place in 1937?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Hey, and this band, the whole, fucking federal ban on it being
Class 1
Class
narcotic.
1 or whatever it is, was hemp related.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about the weed. It was the cotton growers that didn't want hemp taken over because it's better, stronger, cheaper than all of it.
It was the denim companies that didn't want hemp in there because they were producing denim. And so they used their lobbyist punks to make this a Class 1, a fucking flower.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Exactly.
And it's still classified that way. I said Trump could have won by doing a couple things. Free Julian Assange, pardon Edward Snowden, fucking legalize marijuana. You'd win over 20% of the people that fucking despise you.
Yep. That's true.
Why doesn't President Soup do that?
He ain't smart enough.
Someone on that idiot staff has to be smart enough to go, dude, just federally legalize marijuana. It's over. It's the only shot you have in the midterms.
No. And that used to be
what else are you going to run on?
That was the Democratic stance, and the Republicans for historically have been against legalization of it.
Right.
That's changing.
Yeah.
These states.
Big time.
It's legal in probably at least half the states now.
Yeah.
I'd have to see. I mean, medically, and there's a process. It goes to medical and then becomes recreational. But
yeah.
It's a snowball. It's already going downhill. You can't stop it. And how fucking stupid is it going to be legal in 3/4 of your states, but somehow federally illegal?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
These people that bow down to this, like we're going back to 1937, find some racist term that someone said, and, broad stroke wipes out and targets a bunch of people. We're going to pull that, and I quote, like just meant to piss people off. Of course. And, nobody behaves like that today. Most people that were alive then are long dead, and the world's changed a lot, and you know that.
But I mean, marijuana and psilocybin there's probably other ones that I don't really know about, but are really the only things that you don't have to manipulate or manufacture or do anything to.
Yeah.
They're absolutely 100% natural as is.
Yeah.
That it's not manipulated in any way. So how you can take something that's completely natural and normal that grows on this earth and somehow make it illegal is fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
Yeah. So, also reported KROZ, local station in Washington State, also reported that Joy Hollingsworth, owner of the family business Hollingsworth Cannabis Company, was appreciative to Morgan and her efforts.
Oh, goody.
She was the one who educated us on the term and how it was derogatory and we shouldn't use it anymore.
People, just get a life.
You imagine if they knocked on your door, were like, yeah, Troy, I know you sell marijuana caramels or you give them away or whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Can you do us a favor and call them cannabis, blah, blah, blah?
No.
Sit down. Let me educate you on the history of the word.
No.
Door slammed in face.
Yeah.
Immediate. We have a lot of people, especially in the black community, that went to prison over cannabis for years. Yeah, no white people ever went to prison for cannabis. That were locked up, separated from their nuclear family, which is huge. It's really painful, people, to hear that word, and it triggers them. No, I don't buy that. I don't believe a single person on planet Earth is triggered by the word marijuana.
No.
Not one.
No.
Seriously.
I'm completely serious.
I mean, you can make up stories and claim that.
Act like it, yeah.
Act like that's a real thing.
Long history of systemic racism behind the word.
Yeah. According to Hollingsworth, there's still a greater need for diversity in Washington State's cannabis industry. We'll take any win, right? But we don't want to get caught up on the performative equity piece where we're just talking about words and not actual legislation and policy. She suggested that taxes from pot sales in the state be redistributed to minority communities who have been disadvantaged under the state's previous law, which penalized dealers and users. It was President Soup. Well, at the time, he was just a senator.
Yeah.
But Senator Biden is the one that crafted the 94 crime bill that this is all based off.
Basically, most
like
of it.
Those, is what it is. And the world was different then, too. I'm not going to bag on most of the country realized the epidemic that was going on with crack cocaine, where it was happening, and decided people were getting murdered in the streets. Communities were exploding. It was like the AIDS epidemic all over again. It was bad. Yep. The crack epidemic in major cities across the country. And so Joe Biden and his cronies crafted the 94 crime bill.
Yep.
And that's what put down much harsher rules to get these fucking shit elements out of communities that were destroying communities. So I don't fault him for that.
No, and marijuana or cannabis, whichever you want to call it, was a class 1 narcotic.
Yeah.
And it fell under those same guidelines.
Right. Exactly.
Now they're giving all this, you're letting people out and
marijuana offenses drop.
Yeah, they're just dropping all that stuff.
Nonviolent.
And I don't, it's funny because I don't even agree with it. Because it was illegal when you did it.
Yeah.
I know it's legal now, but it was illegal when you did it.
Yeah.
So just not just to get a jail-free card.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
I sort of do. I mean, if they made jaywalking legal, if you fuck around and find out, you cross at some place, it's not a crossing spot.
That's fine. Now you can. But you couldn't then.
Yeah. But if I'm rotting in jail for 75 to life for jaywalking, and they're like, motherfuckers, you made it legal.
Listen, if you're in jail for 75 years, you'd be in jail. You would be in jail now for that amount of weed.
Yeah.
You can only still have so much. You can only do so much.
Right.
There's still rules in place.
If I want to buy every case of beer in this country,
that change the rules, but that's fine. But
it just doesn't make any sense.
I didn't say it does.
No, I know, but it's just the hypocrisy is so grand. Mm-hmm. If I want to go to the liquor store and buy every fucking bottle of liquor in there and bring it home and have 14 tons of whiskey and vodka in my house, I'd go, have a nice day.
Actually, I don't even know if that's true. There might be some sort of a limit to what you can.
Not according to Uwe's garage.
Well, having it and getting caught with it are two different things. I mean,
cops have been in that house too.
They weren't looking for booze.
God bless you, Uwe. Miss you all the time. Morgan had previously blamed the lack of diversity in the marijuana industry on
systemic racism.
Yeah, racism, of
course.
Well, okay.
Of course.
So, do you think there's
generational wealth?
Do you think there's not black and brown representation in the weed industry?
Oh, well.
Historically,
that's they were running that shit, and then now that they're legalizing it, they're taking it back, and that's because the hoops you got to go through to get into the legal weed business now.
Yeah, I've heard
it's insane. I
you
we're looking at it into a little
times.
bit. Well, yeah, it's not even just the licensing and stuff. I mean, I remember at one point, when it was coming around, I was interested, looking into it, find out, I think you had to show, you had to have, before you could even apply, you had to show that you had $1 million liquid, like just to show that you were even a player. It was fucking crazy.
Well, I know plenty of pot guys that do not have $1 million liquid.
Not that are doing it like dispensaries and fucking real grow operations.
I mean, like McCarty.
McCarty's not doing it. It's just it's just a brand. It's just
an endorsement.
Name. It's just an endorsement. He's an ambassador of it. That's it.
Okay.
But he's not the one. Pincana is the brand.
That's true, and
that's actually doing it. Yeah, but so they're in the mass production business of it.
Right.
But to even apply for those licenses, it was something along those lines where it was like, well, there goes 99% of the fucking people that cut them right off at the knees.
Yeah. So she had previously blamed the lack of diversity in the weed industry on racism as well. There are so many levels of racism in the white supremacist culture that is part of our system that stops us. Okay, so we can just say it.
Yeah. It's the generational wealth thing, man. It's systemic racism.
Sure.
Holding the man down.
Sure.
Of course it is.
Before we get to some emails.
Yeah. I want to tell you, I want to know how much money you're going to need in retirement.
All right.
You know, you sure you're not going to outlive your money?
No.
Well, having a plan today means that you can adjust as your life changes. Retirement does not have to be a mystery. Contact Merck and Jay at LPL Financial today. Learn the answer to one of life's most important questions for your retirement. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for Merck and Jay.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
22-year-old National Guardsman. Have you heard about this guy at all?
Down at the border?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Black guy.
Okay.
Marine.
Oh, hero.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Got literally zero coverage from the mainstream media.
I know. It's kind of amazing.
None.
Right?
Like 0 seconds. I think ABC dedicated 22 seconds to covering this story.
Wow.
He's a Texas National Guardsman. The story that I printed this morning, he was still missing, but his body was recovered
Okay.
at 8:30 this morning on the Mexican side of the Rio Grande. Horrible story. Bill Malusian has tweeted, the Texas National Guard soldier who is presumed to have drowned in the Rio Grande has been identified as 22-year-old specialist Bishop Evans from Arlington, Texas. He was trying to save drug traffickers that were crossing.
Okay.
Yep. Authorities said both migrants he was trying to save made it to shore and were taken into custody by Border Patrol. Evans was stationed at the border as part of Texas Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star, which began in March of 21 when the governor ordered the National Guard and other authorities to Texas' southern border to combat the rising tide of illegals under the Soup administration. The crisis at our southern border continues to escalate because the Soup administration policies that refuse to secure the border and invite illegal immigration. Texas supports legal immigration, but will not be an accomplice to the open border policies that cause, rather than prevent, a humanitarian crisis in our state and endanger the lives of Texans. The border crisis has continued unabated. In March 22, immigration officials arrested nearly 210,000 illegals.
Oh, my God.
Attempting to sneak into the southern border. About half those, 110,000, were expelled out of the U.S. via Title 42, which the health emergency because of COVID.
Yep.
About to expire.
Yep.
And they estimate, and this isn't my estimation. This isn't Texas's estimation. This isn't Trump's estimation. The Department of Homeland Security, okay, this is their estimate. Department of Homeland Security stated that when it is rescinded, America should brace for as many as 18,000 migrants attempting to cross the southern border per day.
Per day.
Per day. A stadium full of people per day.
Wow.
The math on that for 365 days.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah. 6.57 million a year. Yeah.
Sure, why not? Bring them in.
Evans.
No one's illegal, Michael.
Yeah.
No
right.
human is illegal.
Nah. I mean, everywhere else in the world they are, but not at our southern border.
Come on in. Come on in.
Evans
Open them up.
now is the first to have died at the border under Operation Lone Star.
Yeah. Had they stood there and watched these two drowned, I bet it would have gotten a lot more coverage.
Yeah. Oh, can you
Ironic,
imagine?
isn't it?
It would have been like the whipping story.
Yep.
The horse guys, you
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will not stand for any wisecracks about at all on this show, these airwaves, from
Okay.
you or anyone else, because he was black, his ability to swim.
No.
No. Not,
Never even crossed my mind.
no. We're not having that type of shit.
No.
It's
Definitely not. Definitely not.
bigoted thought like that. Of
course.
Gets people in trouble. And I salute Mr. Evans. What a fucking absolute hero.
Absolutely right.
His picture's on the TV, and it's just a damn shame that no one's talking about that story. Here he is just doing his job, 22 years old,
Yeah.
and
Goes
drowns trying to save, illegal drug smugglers, trying to break illegally into our country. It's
Yep.
just mind-blowing.
Now, were they caught with drugs?
I don't know. They probably know who most of those mules are and stuff.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if they were just labeled that way or if they were actually caught with drugs.
Yeah.
Or if they were,
I don't know.
they could make it sound worse.
Yeah.
Just say they were drug smugglers as opposed to
Yeah.
just undocumented immigrants.
Well,
Either way.
I can't say, but they...
Either way, we can't bring Bishop back.
No. Godspeed, my friend. He's a good one. There aren't many 22-year-olds willing to jump in the line of fire for this country right
That's
now.
true.
So, This is from, I'm a new listener. I love hearing that.
Oh, excellent.
That's music to my ears. when you
Definitely.
pick up new listeners.
Yep.
Just curious why you're not doing 5 shows a week, or is there a 5th weekly show on the Patreon membership? Thank you, JB.
All right. Oh, JB.
What?
JB.
Well,
I'm just kidding. Hey, you're getting your free's worth, right?
yeah, we're doing the best we can, and there basically is a free show,
Yeah.
a 5th show on the
There
Patreon.
is a 5th show.
We do. It's not. We usually do about an hour.
Yeah.
On stories
I
we
was
didn't
I'm
get
going
to.
to reel this thing back to 3 days a week.
Yeah?
What do you know about that? Yeah. We're having this conversation after the show. Mm-hmm. I think 4 is too many.
Yeah. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah. But welcome aboard, JB. Does he sound smug in his writings
No.
by any chance?
No, not at all. And he's a new listener. Go easy on him.
Okay,
He's a
just
good guy.
checking.
Yeah.
Just
That's all the information I have.
okay.
We used to do 5 shows a week. I think it's unnecessary, to be honest with you. I think there's plenty of content by doing, so what is it? 4 shows, like 6 hours of content
Yeah.
a week, and then Patreon stuff. I think that's plenty of content to do. I don't think you need to, I think it's people don't finish the shows. They don't get to hear the second half of them.
Right.
A lot of times, so I just, that's
Yeah, it's
just
true.
my
A lot
personal
of people
thought
get
on it.
away, and then if there's a new one right the next day, they don't get a chance to go back and finish the last one because
Yeah.
they just start the new one and they pick
some
up
of the
right there.
Some of the best shit happens in the second half of our shows.
Absolutely.
It's not. It's never really politics at the second half of the show.
Yeah.
We'll do the news stories in the front, but the second
get
half
to
of
the
the
fun
show,
stuff.
we get to a lot more of the fun
That
stuff.
was going to be my point on the 3 days a week. Give everybody a day to catch up. Me a day to fish.
You're fucking fishing. I just wanted to throw out an opportunity for you, Mike. I'm a designer. I have small run capabilities for making exclusive items like hats and shirts. I don't know who you use, but I can make some kick-ass custom stuff.
Okay.
I'm not looking to make money on this, but if you want to make limited edition items and charge accordingly, I can supply at cost. Love the show and want to support. Plus, I have a good Easus history story about movies, video games, porn, pogs, and UFC that you may or may not know. How's that for a teaser?
Okay.
Jokes aside, I just enjoy the show and want to help. Thanks, Rob.
All right, Rob.
Set that aside.
Yeah, we'll
who knows?
be in touch.
All right, Angie writes in. Hi, Mike and T-Roy. Love the show so much. You guys keep it uber real. Very refreshing. So glad you're doing and feeling well, Mike. I got to say, the Vinny episode was fantastic. Oh, my God, I love him. Hashtag fangirl. Thanks for the excellent real entertainment. Became a Patreon member a couple days ago. Troy's mom was cool. I'm going to dig into the rest soon. Thanks again. It's like hanging and laughing with friends. Angie.
right on.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angie.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
That's the whole point. It should sound like hanging with friends. And
Be patient, Angie. I'll get to your thank you. I promise.
all right, should we wrap it there?
Do one more.
One more.
Why
okay.
not?
I'm gonna do 2 more.
Oh, well, then fuck that. Shut her down. Sorry, Miss Bully.
Oh, is this guy gonna shit on T?
Oh, yeah, shut it down. Nope. No. Nobody wants any of that.
All right, first off, TDC Pablo Escobar t-shirts. Enough said. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Tim G. I won't read your last name because I don't know if you want your last name read, but he did include it.
Okay.
I have been a fan of your podcast for some time now and really enjoy the new show format with Troy and no Eric. Just kidding. But I do like Troy at the second chair, but I do have one complaint. Is there any way to have an outro of music when the show is ending?
That's in post. That's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with you. I'm listening to your podcast while I'm recovering from my 3rd spinal fusion surgery, and I do fall asleep at times. And without the music at the end of the show, I sleep through and wake up listening to an old show and have no idea that I am. I know it's a small thing to you, but it's something that you guys used to do. I could probably throw some level of
Yeah.
music on the end. God damn it. He's like the 4th person that said something to
Right.
me about it.
How's that back fusion going?
That's tough.
We should talk. Apparently, he's on his 3rd. That's why I don't want to have my 1st.
Yeah. I would love to help you guys out with a subscription, but I have been out of work for 6 years due to my neck issues. Not a whole lot of extra money to go around, but when I do, I will send some help. I want the show to stick around a while like you do. I have to tell you something funny. The first few times I heard Troy on the show filling in, I thought he was a big black man from his booming voice. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think that about his voice.
Just from the waist down.
Yeah. Mike Clark's birthday was recent. I love your old stories about him. Do you have anything recorded that we haven't heard, or it's been a while since we heard? Yeah, tons of shit.
Yeah, right.
The problem is I have cases of like original CDs
Yeah.
of like the show. So I have literally everything.
Right.
But they're on CD.
How do you even play that?
I don't even know how I would get
We
that
could-
from there to here. But
We would have to hook up the old PlayStation to possibly play a CD. Could you even play an audio CD on there?
I don't know.
We went to Lionel Richie a couple years ago, and like when I bought the tickets, they sent you like a free CD, and I was all excited about it. And then really, like it hit me a realization, like
I can't,
I
play
can't
this anywhere.
fucking listen to it. I can't listen to my car. I
No.
don't have any. I don't have any
No.
means of playing a CD right now.
I went and
at
bought.
all.
I went and bought a boombox,
Yeah.
like a small one, so I could play cassette tapes. So I
Right.
could transfer old shit. I think like Marisa had that Halloween commercial she did
Yeah.
for local radio station
Yep,
or
yep.
something, and wanted to pull that, and that was like, I guess I got to buy a boombox. It's sitting up there. I see it still.
Oh, yeah.
So I can play a cassette tape, but I have like DATs and CDs and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
From the Drew and Mike show, but
We're gonna have to digitalize all that. We're gonna
right.
get the nerds on it.
right? Loved Vinny in studio the other day. God, people really loved having Vinny and
how
Tony
could you
here.
not?
Thanks for all you do and keep on rocking, Tim. Woo! Thank you, Tim. All right, now can we shut it down?
Yeah, of course.
Let's hold a couple more. Well, small issue with T-Roy. We're gonna have to get back to that
Oh,
one.
come on.
Oh boy, let you sleep
Yeah.
sleep on that.
right,
Just know that you
that's
fucking
fine.
someone's taking a small,
Yeah,
but nonetheless an issue.
that's
with you.
okay. I have
get-
broad shoulders.
We'll get that tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for hanging with us. We will do it again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Hopefully you'll join us.